Hi friends, it's Elaine again, back with another video, and today I want to reveal exactly what you can do to stop ruining your relationships. And I'm going to be brutally honest with you, because when I was working as a lawyer in the UK and I was speaking to a number of my clients, I realized that a large reason for their relationship breakdown was because it came down to not knowing that they were doing something in relationship that was causing it to end, and they just didn't know what it was. And I want to speak to you about 5 important steps that you can take today to make sure that your relationship doesn't get ruined, that you don't sabotage your relationship, and it will also stop what is almost nearly always the source of arguments. It can prevent you feeling stressed and unconfident, and this will ultimately lead to you understanding yourself a lot better. And at the end of this video, I'm going to reveal to you exactly what it takes, not only to thrive in your relationship, but to take it to the next level. So stay tuned and don't go away. Hi friends, welcome back. As I said, this channel is all about empowering you on your personal growth journey. The first thing that is screwing up your relationship is your expectation. What are you expecting out of the relationship? For example, are you expecting your partner to call you at a certain time? Are you expecting him to text you, to express his affection towards you towards certain times? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have expectations, and these are very important because they make up what your core values are, and that determines who you're actually with at this moment, if you're with anybody at this moment. And these values also dictate, how you should be treated. You should be respected. It should be proper communication, proper value given to you, afforded to you in your relationship. What boundaries that you have, that you set. These are all very important things, and it all relates to your core values. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't have any expectations, but, and there is a big but here, you need to ask yourself the question, are your expectations realistic? Or more importantly, simply put, are they self-centered? I'm quoting and borrowing very heavily here from lavishly.com, and they've written an article about simple ways of stop screwing up your relationship. And they say, are your expectations ego-driven? Do you have a desire to control people, places, things, to conform exactly as you say, how you think it and how you plan it with very little fluctuation? In other words, it goes down to, are you acting like a diva? Does this resonate with you? Then you should understand that nothing will kill your relationship faster than unrealistic expectations. And why is this? Because it's often based on your ego and not based on reality. And when you have unrealistic expectations, it creates distance between you and your partner, because as you try to self-protect yourself, you distance yourself from the relationship. So it's important to have realistic expectations. That's number one. And I just want to say that if you're getting any value at all from this video, please like and subscribe and share this video to anybody you think would benefit from it, because it will encourage me to put out more videos to inspire you in your relationships and empower you on your personal growth journey. I want to say right from the start that I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. The second thing that is screwing up your relationship is failing to address your unrealistic expectations. How do you do this? Well, you do this by moving or shifting a relationship from being about you to being about us. So instead of saying, what am I going to do tonight? You say, what are we going to do tonight? And to do this, number one, appreciate that you're likely to be in the habit of having your own way, that you want to do things your way. So you need to shift that habit by thinking of doing 2 things. Now, I'm borrowing heavily from ravilish.com, and they say, first off, instead of looking at what your partner is doing for you, you change the game and focus on how you treat them. So this means that you start thinking about, what makes you think this person is so special, so wow? What makes you want to be with this person? Think about that as a positive. And if you're forgetting what that looks like, i.e. why you're with the person in the first place because of the resentment and the arguments that you're having, think about when you first met that person. How did you feel about them when you first met? The second thing you need to do is to appreciate what your partner is bringing to the table. So they must add something to your relationship, otherwise you wouldn't be with them in the first place. So think about, if you're finding it hard to think about, what they add, what they bring to the table, think about how you would feel if they were no longer in your life, if they suddenly disappeared from your life. How would that make you feel? So these two things will help you to shift your focus away from what you want out of the relationship by appreciating, number one, what you can do for your partner, about we, i.e. thinking about the we rather than the me, and also appreciating what your partner brings to the table. The third thing you need to do to stop screwing up your relationship is to stop worrying and stop being anxious. So for example, your partner usually calls you after work. This is something that they normally do. But unbeknown to you, they stop calling you. And you start thinking, I wonder if they've done something to upset them. I wonder if they've met somebody else. They must be bored of me now, And all these things create anxiety. It's building up your anxiety level because you don't know why they're not calling you. And the only way that you're going to find out why they're not calling you is to speak to them. And in this particular scenario, your partner doesn't call you after work because they've got a deadline and they're super busy and their focus has shifted momentarily to their work. But it doesn't mean that they don't care about you and they don't love you and you don't mean something to them. You need to therefore speak to your partner to find out what is going on. And you could say something to them like, I haven't heard from you, in a couple of days, and I was wondering whether you're okay. And you can add to this, to take it on a deeper level, to, explain how you're really feeling. You could say to them, look, I worry when I don't hear from you because I think it may have been something that I said or something that I did that upset you. And this can open the door to them, expressing how they feel. It was because I had to work late and I was, really, really busy and I couldn't get to the phone. I'm really sorry about that. It's nothing to do with you. But your anxiety, is making it bigger than it is. But when you open the door to conversation, it relieves any anxiety that you may have. And Jenny Yip, a Los Angeles psychologist, says that rather than dooming your relationship, clarify what's going on by communicating your expectations from the start so that your mind doesn't ruminate to the worst possible places. And I would add to that it's about having realistic expectations, not expecting your partner to ring you every single day or to deal with all the anxieties and concerns that you have. So it's about having realistic expectations to say, look, they can call you some of the time, but they're not going to be able to call you all the time. And it's communicating when you would expect them to call you realistically. So this is about speaking to your partner, being honest and upfront with them, basically explaining that, yeah, I do have some anxieties. And this is a fantastic way of increasing the positivity in your relationship, because when you show that level of vulnerability, and as I say in many, many of my videos, it can be seen as an attractive attribute. The fourth step that you need to take to stop ruining your relationship, and I'm borrowing heavily here from the Huffington Post here, is to stop the conspiracy theory about yourself. And it's all about how you actually speak to yourself and what you say to yourself when you're feeling anxious about your relationship. Because the truth is, there's two parts to you. There's the anxious side and there's the true side. And your anxious side will say to you, I can't tell my partner that I'm going through therapy because he's going to think I'm crazy and he's going to leave me. And then there's the rational side of you, where you say, well, I'm going to tell him about my therapy because, it's helping me to deal with unresolved issues and it makes me feel stronger. And if my partner leaves me, then it says more about him than it says about me. So it comes back to showing that vulnerability and it being an attractive attribute. So separate yourself from your anxiety, look at your true self and speak to your true self. The fifth step that you need to take to stop screwing up your relationship is to focus on what you can control about yourself. And this is the thing that is going to take your relationship to a whole new level, as I said at the start of my video. Of course, your partner is an individual. Everyone has things, annoying habits, things that upset you or make you think, why are they doing that again? It's really annoying. But if you see your partner as an individual, you're not joined at the hip. What you can control is your ability to speak to your partner honestly and truthfully and speak to them and say, look, this is how I feel about the relationship. So the trick here is to focus on aspects which are also outside your relationship. Your relationship makes you feel better about yourself, but it isn't the only reason why you feel good about yourself. You have outside interests that make you feel holistic and positive. So if your partner doesn't call you on a particular day, it doesn't mean that you fall apart and you start screwing up your relationship because of your anxiety, because your partner doesn't want you to be sitting by the phone waiting for you to call. It's about showing your partner that you are confident in and of yourself. You don't need a partner to feel confident because that comes from within you. Yes, it's about setting boundaries, knowing your value so that you're singing from the same hymn sheet, but it's also about giving your partner that space, allowing them space to play, and that means that they can express themselves more. And what they're going to express is the fact that they care about you, that they love you, and they want to spend more time with you. So that's what you need to do to stop punishing yourself and sabotaging your relationship. Thanks again for watching this video. I really do appreciate you. If you could hit the subscribe button, share and like this video, I would be very, very grateful. My heart gives a flutter when I get that subscribe button. So if you love this video or like anything about it, then please subscribe. We're releasing videos every Sunday, so I will see you next Sunday. Bye for now and take care of yourself.